Well, hey guys, happy Vlogmas day 13. I hope you guys are enjoying all the videos and having a good week. Today, as you can tell from the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be reviewing some of the products from Farmacy. I got many requests to review this brand and some of their products. For the sake of brevity, I'm only going to review today those products that I personally have tried and used, and I think by the end of the video you'll kind of get my gestalt of the brand in general. But to start off with, I think probably one of the most highly requested products that you guys were curious as to my thoughts is the Farmacy Honeymoon Glow. This is a product that is a night serum. It is labeled as an alpha hydroxy acid resurfacing night serum that you're supposed to use 2 to 3 times a week. And the goal behind this is to lightly exfoliate the skin, kind of increase cell turnover. This product claims to be a 10% alpha hydroxy acid containing product. And I will draw your attention again to my alpha hydroxy acid video. When you are looking at a product and the product tells you that it has a percentage of alpha hydroxy acid, that is not as useful information. That type of information is not particularly useful. The reason being is that while the product may contain 10% alpha hydroxy acid as the exfoliating ingredient, the amount of active alpha hydroxy acid in that product varies depending on the free acid value in the product, and that is going to be influenced by the pH as well as the vehicle. So if it's cream or oil, that will all kind of affect not only the amount of free acid, but if the alpha hydroxy acid is really available in a meaningful way to go on the skin and to effectively initiate exfoliation. I've also mentioned in my alpha hydroxy acid videos that alpha hydroxy acids, in addition to, if formulated properly, being able to lightly turn over the skin and exfoliate the skin, they by and large serve as humectants, which draw water out of the deeper layers of the skin into the stratum corneum, that kind of dried layer, so they plump up and hydrate the skin. So when you use an alpha hydroxy acid leave-on product, you can get some nice light exfoliation and some increased hydration, and that's what people report as just feeling as though their skin is a lot smoother. Many people who wear makeup find that when they use an alpha hydroxy acid, their makeup goes on a lot better. But the problem with this particular product is that they're not exactly transparent as to what the free acid value of the alpha hydroxy acid is. So you can't really, as a consumer, compare this to any other alpha hydroxy acid on the market, because another alpha hydroxy acid containing product that is 10% may have more free acid than this. It may have less free acid than this. Another alpha hydroxy acid product that says it's 25% may have a lower free acid value than this. You just don't know, all right? So what are the alpha hydroxy acids in this? This has glycolic acid, which is the smallest of the alpha hydroxy acids and can penetrate the skin most deeply and affect the greatest amount of change of all the alpha hydroxy acids. Additionally, this also has lactic acid, and it has, I believe, sugarcane as well, which has some, which is a source of glycolic acid. But in addition to the alpha hydroxy acid in the Honeymoon Glow, they also say that this has 1% BHA, and here is the tricky part there. Alright, so BHA, I have another video all on BHAs, so I'm not going to belabor their points too much in this video. But BHA is salicylic acid. It is present in many, I should say, over-the-counter acne treatments, usually in the concentration of 1 to 2%. And when present in concentrations of 1 to 2%, it can and does exfoliate the skin very, very effectively. At lower concentrations than that, it can modestly exfoliate the skin. Furthermore, salicylic acid is a great ingredient for targeting things like pores, oiliness. It is, unlike alpha hydroxy acids, which are water soluble, and therefore have a hard time getting through the waxy lipid layer of our skin. Salicylic acid is lipophilic. It is oil loving. It dissolves nicely in oil, and so it gets into our skin really a lot more readily than alpha hydroxy acids will. And it concentrates in the sebaceous oil gland, and so it can impart some durable control of sebum production or oiliness or greasiness. And FARMCY claims to have 1% BHA in their product, and that is actually kind of a false statement, because this product does not contain salicylic acid. It contains willow bark extract. And willow bark extract is true, a natural source of salicylic acid, okay? Willow bark extract is salicin, which is an anti-inflammatory compound that if somebody ingests it or it is modified in the lab chemically, it can be converted to salicylic acid, the ingredient I just talked about, or BHA, the acne fighting ingredient. But salicin, or in willow bark extract, applied to the skin is a different story. In other words, we don't know how effective that is in oil control or acne control, if it even works at all like salicylic acid. Like, in all probability, it does not. So that's kind of misleading. So at best, you have an alpha hydroxy acid leave-on product here. And so my other problem with this, or my main problem with this, which shouldn't come as a surprise to you, is that it has the ingredient list, first of all, is a mile long. It has a ton of citrus oils in it, which, if you go back to my Mad Hippie video from Monday, citrus oils, they contain something called furocumarins that can interact with UV light and cause persistent rashes. So even though you might put this on, even though this advises you to put this on at nighttime, even though it tells you to do that and you're probably not exposed to light, it's still a risk. And those ingredients don't have any confirmed benefit in the skin. Furthermore, in addition to the citrus oils, which not only contain furocumarins, but also can lead to vasodilation, irritation, and are a source of allergy and irritant, this also has a variety of flower enzymes, it says. I have no idea what flower enzymes are, okay? There is not anything in the dermatology literature or any dermatology textbook or any textbook on cosmetic dermatology, plastic surgery that uses flower enzymes. Flower extracts are fragrance. So I personally cannot recommend this. I have tried this myself as a consumer, and I actually had no issue with it. I thought it was kind of a watery moisturizer, kind of a watery lotion at best. I did not appreciate any softening of the skin from the alpha hydroxy acid in this, and so I personally did not find that this was effective, and I don't recommend it. A, because of the fragrance, and B, I just don't think that it is an effective product. So people, of course, want to know, is this a dupe for the T.L.C. FRAMBOOS Glycolic Night Serum by Drunk Elephant? I reviewed all of the Drunk Elephant products for you guys, and you seem to enjoy that video. So go back to that to know more on my thoughts about this, and why I also don't recommend this. But this, the Drunk Elephant one, is actually better. And it is not, the Honeymoon Glow is not a dupe for this. The Drunk Elephant one does contain 1% salicylic acid. So the Drunk Elephant one is a leave-on salicylic acid product. You can say that. You can say that confidently. They have 1% salicylic acid. Is that unique? Is that striking? No. You can go in the drugstore and find salicylic acid products that go on the face and are fine. This also has alpha hydroxy acids. I talked about my confidence in those in that video, so I won't go belabor that. But long story short, both of these are really expensive products. People want to know, is this a more affordable version of this? No. In my opinion, if you are motivated to use alpha hydroxy acids, probably the best alpha hydroxy acid product, in my experience, is, as far as a leave-on glycolic acid product, is Glytone makes a product, it's called a mini peel. It's basically a glycolic acid gel that you leave on the face. And they actually report, Glytone is a company that makes glycolic acid products, and they're very transparent in that they report the free acid value of their products. So the free acid value of the Glytone mini peel, free acid peel, is 10.8. That product has no fragrance in it. It is a simple, lightweight gel vehicle, so it's easy to apply. It's easy to apply in a precise manner, in that it's an adherent gel and not a watery, soupy lotion like this. Is it cheap? No, it's pretty expensive actually. It's $65, I believe. So it's not cheap, but that is the glycolic acid leave-on product that I have the most confidence in. It doesn't have any irritating ingredients. How about a BHA leave-on product? You can find tons of BHAs in the drugstore. You know, a BHA, believe it or not, a 2% salicylic acid face wash can be as effective as a leave-on product in terms of it affecting exfoliation and control of acne, because, as I mentioned, salicylic acid is lipid loving. It concentrates in the oil gland. So if you lather a salicylic acid face wash to acne prone areas like on the face, for example, the salicylic acid will very quickly enter the sebaceous glands and concentrate there and provide sustained control. And then the product is then washed off, but that salicylic acid remains within the sebaceous gland. So salicylic acid is one of the ingredients that's actually pretty effective in a wash form. As far as a leave-on salicylic acid, though, I've been very impressed with BioClarity colloidal oatmeal based salicylic acid. It is 2% salicylic acid and a very nice moisturizing, no fragrance added vehicle. That is a much better choice for a leave-on BHA as an example. But again, check out my BHA video. I will list down below some recommendations as alternatives to these for BHA. But all right, and then the next product that I've been trying is the Farmacy Bright On. This is a bentonite clay mask that you're supposed to massage on and it changes color. And I actually filmed myself using this product, so I'll insert some of the clips here, but I really, just like, you know, I reviewed bentonite clay for you guys a while back, the Aztec clay mask, and just like I did that mask, I pretty much only applied this to problematic areas. These bentonite clay masks, to reiterate, are not good for dry skin, sensitive skin, rosacea. They are no-no. So if that's your skin type, avoid this for sure. But this is a bentonite clay mask. So as I said in my review of the Aztec clay mask, bentonite clay can help decrease the appearance of pores. It can help mop up sebum and oil. It can help, you know, bind up excess dirt and pollutants on the skin, and be helpful a few nights a week. This product, in addition to the bentonite clay, also contains green tea. And, you know, I've also reviewed green tea containing bentonite clay masks for you guys. They are another great option for pore size and acne control. So, you know, I've reviewed bentonite clay and I've reviewed bentonite clay masks containing green tea that I think are good and have very few ingredients. But what about this one? This one, however, it has so many citrus extracts in it, I cannot recommend it. It has lemon in it. It has bergamot. Avoid oil of bergamot. Avoid citrus oils. They are not evidence-based ingredients. They are established problematic ingredients that should not be in skincare products. And this also has cinnamates in it, hydroxycinnamates. Cinnamates or cinnamic aldehydes are fragrance molecules, but not only are they fragrance molecules, they vasodilate the skin quite a bit. So after I left this on, you know, it does this thing where it changes color. You know, that's supposed to be part of its appeal. It changes color. After I left this on, I had significant redness. So you can see how red I got with this mask. I don't have sensitive skin. I tolerate bentonite clay. I tolerate green tea containing bentonite clay masks just fine. And so, yeah, this is not a good mask. Those furocoumarins, those vasodilators in this, very irritating, and this is not a good one. The green tea mask that I reviewed for you guys last week, I still stand by the ingredients in that. It is far more affordable than this one. It does not contain the citrus extracts. It does not contain the burden of essential oils that this does. It has very minimal ingredients and is a lot more affordable than this. This is 38 bucks for what? For 1.7 ounces, whereas that one is 30 bucks for 40 ounces. Far fewer ingredients, and I have not had any problems with that one. So the good points on this are that it is a bentonite clay mask with green tea in it, but it is bad in that it contains furocoumarin oils that also are vasodilators and lead to a lot of irritation and redness, as evidenced by my use of this. I do not recommend it, so don't waste your time with this one. And if you have sensitive skin, stay away from both this and the Honeymoon Glow, if I didn't already mention that, if you have sensitive skin or rosacea. If you have sensitive skin, rosacea, or you know, you're easily irritated by skincare products, I'll just say from the get-go, stay away from all of the pharmacy products. They all have fragrance. They all have extracts that have no data to support their use, only data showing their harm. But moving along, the next product that I tried is the Do It All Total Eye Cream. This came in a FabFitFun box, and you guys were curious as to my thoughts on this. This I kind of enjoyed personally as a consumer, but I don't recommend it. See, this is what happens, you know. I try things and I can empathize on the side of the consumer in that certain things are nice to use. Certain things do feel nice and have a nicety to their application. But that doesn't make them good or good for you. Okay, so this particular product, the Do It All, what is good about this? This is a moisturizer that has jojoba oil in it, it has shea butter, and it has gluconolactone. Gluconolactone is a polyhydroxy acid that polyhydroxy acids kind of function similar to alpha hydroxy acids, but much more slowly and in kind of a graded fashion. And they very slowly and lightly help with skin turnover. So they are, polyhydroxy acids are great for people looking to kind of soften the skin, lightly exfoliate the skin, but also have very sensitive skin. They're a good choice as opposed to glycolic acids, which are a lot harsher. So it has that, and that's good. Not only does the polyhydroxy acid gluconolactone help in slow cell turnover, but it also is a great humectant, so a wonderful ingredient as a moisturizer. I was pretty excited about this, except it has rose flower extract or rose extract. Rose flower is a fragrance. It contains things like geraniol. Geraniol is a fragrance compound that you will find in synthetic fragrances. Synthetic fragrances are derived from all natural fragrances. They just take the compounds out so that they can mix them together to make different things that smell different than the flower, but they're all the same antigen, and so synthetic versus natural fragrance doesn't make any difference. And this has rose in it. It also has a variety of other flower extracts and basil. Aside from the fragrance and that being the reason why I can't recommend this objectively, subjectively as a consumer, I did enjoy using the Total Eye Cream. I would not necessarily buy it myself. It came in my FabFitFun box. It is $38. And I personally use CeraVe moisturizing cream in the tub around the area around my eyes, as well as the rest of my face and body, and I find that is far more effective at hydrating the skin than this. Alright, and then the last product is the Farmacy Green Screen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I have put this on camera before, and I've actually used a lot of it, considering I don't love it. This is a mineral sunscreen. It has zinc, titanium dioxide. It is broad spectrum SPF 30, and it is not water resistant. So this will give you good UVA, UVB protection, so long as you reapply it every 2 hours while you're outdoors, and you apply it consistently throughout the day when you are largely indoors. So for me, my rule of thumb is at least 3 times a day for sunscreen reapplication. This will give you good UVA, UVB protection against those rays that contribute to aging of the skin. I wish it were water resistant. My problem with this, however, is that like all of the Farmacy products, it has a lot of flowery extracts. It has marigold in it. Marigold is a flower. I mean, when you start seeing all these flowers, that essentially starts overlapping into the territory of fragrance, even if they are extracts. So there are plant extracts that do have data to support their use, even though they still can be problematic in that they are fragrances, particularly for people with confirmed fragrance allergy. Examples of this include lemongrass, which has been shown to be anti-inflammatory, as well as feverfew. Feverfew extract can definitely be very helpful as a moisturizing ingredient. Aloe is another one, but these products can still cause problems. These ingredients can still cause problems for people, particularly for people who have confirmed fragrance allergy. But I'll just put a little bit of it on here so you guys can see how good, not the bright on, I almost put the bright on. I'll just put a little of the sunscreen on here on camera so you guys can see, because I don't have that much of it left. That's my other problem with the Farmacy green screen, is that it doesn't come with very much, so it's really expensive actually. The fact that I don't like this and I've practically used it up is a testament to that. The cast this leaves is pretty minimal, and it does dry down pretty easily. Because this contains so many oils, sorry, the streamer is going in the background. Because this contains so many oils, it does kind of have a nice emollient property to it, so it kind of gives the skin some dewiness, some glowiness, some luminosity, and therefore I can definitely see the consumer appeal in this. But because of the presence of the flower extracts, I can't recommend this one. And the fact that it's not water resistant, and the fact that it's so expensive, makes this kind of a shortcoming, you know, kind of a difficult one to recommend. But it's not the worst product that they have. But by and large, I can't really recommend Farmacy to you guys with the ingredient list that these products come with. It's just lots of bad actors, and yeah. So again, check the description box. I will list some recommendations down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.